So let's, meeting's called to order. This is a special call meeting. And, there's no minutes to approve.
There are no minutes to approve.
And we do have a quorum, so we have one item on the agenda there. What's our item?
Okay, we're here this evening to consider and discuss approval for a conceptual two-story, single-family dwelling and restaurant to be located 212 South Commerce Street. Parcel IDs 87-353 and 87-352. As most of y'all are aware, this was brought to the previous planning board meeting. However, I missed it on the motion for the approval or denial of the conceptual plan. She was approved for a variance for off-street parking. Because of the size of her property, she did not have enough room to meet the minimum requirements for off-street parking. So the planning board did approve the variance for the parking.
Okay, so
Now, this is just for the conceptual plan.
So we approved it.
go back one sheet there. Let's go the other direction.
We had approved a concept here before for a similar two-story restaurant and house and the same owner and similar project. But the reason we're having to change this is the footprint change, the building
Yes,
shifted, there's been some changes with the ADA ramp, and now the new parking is, they're able to fit in a lot more parking in this 90-degree rotation, so we're here to kind of.
yeah, there is more parking in this plan than there was in the original one that was discussed. The conceptual plan was brought to the board, I believe, last year. But it was not approved. The only thing that was approved was for the metal building.
I know, snow.
The snow cone. Yeah.
Now, the parking spaces on that back side, that's on the dirt road property, right?
That is her property.
That's on her property.
Yeah, so the
Yes.
road is behind that, but it's actually got more of a, because of the way the land kind of falls away from like the O'Neill's area. There is full on parking to her property line, right?
She didn't have any handicaps.
Yeah, and we talked to Jody at the last meeting about the parking and how it wouldn't interfere with access or any future boardwalk plan for the city, so this doesn't interfere with any of the stuff.
Right.
Keep in mind that we had for the division meeting report on it, so this is just a standalone.
Eventually create a street down there where, well, there is a 30-foot easement.
That's what it
it
says.
says.
Yeah. It may eventually. Possibly, yeah, there's a couple different iterations of that going through the vision. but-
Go back a minute here.
Site plan?
Sarah,
Mhm.
where's the elevator from that handicap parking place down the?
If it's a little X.
Yes.
That's an elevator, in the little X square.
There?
Yeah.
Okay, go back.
There's a retaining wall.
How are they gonna get there? with a wheelchair?
The downstairs wheelchair ramp needs an elevator, the upstairs doesn't.
Okay, oh,
The upstairs goes straight.
Oh.
to
okay, okay.
Yeah.
okay, See it.
Yeah,
What was that again?
there's two handicap, one uphill, one down.
Yeah. Yeah.
The X here.
Handicap spot just goes in the front door. The downhill handicap spot has an elevator to access through the side of the building.
Elevator.
So there's two handicaps with two separate means to get through the door.
Yeah, realistically, due to the fact, even if she did meet minimum requirements for the off-street parking, she would only be required to have one ADA space.
Yeah.
So that being said, she actually is exceeding the requirement for ADA parking, even with the elevator, because she does have an ADA parking on the street level. So really, the elevator is not a requirement. That's just something that she's doing extra above and beyond what's needed.
So that,
And then,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Well, that top handicap parking space is gonna be designated for restaurant only, right?
It's designated as an ADA parking for the rest of them.
Well,
For parking.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do. If we have a bid downtown. Right, nobody would be allowed.
Well, that is private.
Yeah.
That is private property, so she knows one down, same thing.
Private property.
Right.
She could put whatever her restaurant name is, she could put a sign up that says parking here. Will, yeah, where you will be towed.
So the only reason I didn't want to say yes to the restaurant is because she's also gonna have the residents upstairs. So, it's not designated for just the restaurant, it's also for the residents.
Particularly for both, so you know, she ended up selling it or renting it at some point, it would end up being potentially accessible.
Right.
Kind of nice, little extra body got upstairs and downstairs.
And then what about the parking on Commerce Street? How, is that gonna be a problem, issue?
That's just off street offload. There's people there that are eating somewhere else. There's really nothing they can say because that's public, right?
It's a public right of way. I'm not, I guess the city could work with textile on striping that for parallel parking. But as far as I know, we're not planning on doing that, but,
There's no signs that say no parking in that. area.
Right.
well, like I said, it is a public right of way. As long as they don't interfere with, traffic, then people can park in the public right of ways.
Yeah.
People have done that, flip flop them all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very lovely. But like if you park in front of there, if you aren't blocking entrance or exit, you can do that anytime of day.
Yeah, any highway or anything,
Yeah.
as long as you're not blocking traffic and if you're not parking, if it's not considered abandoned,
Yeah.
Right.
for more than 24 hours, you're allowed to park on public property, no matter where.
Let's do it. As far as the concept of a restaurant and a home go, it's very similar to the kind of stuff that we see downtown, Main Street, a lot of the older buildings. And there's stuff in the original zoning talks about having somebody who's, you know, upper rental, lower business, you know, art gallery, different kinds of things like that. So the concept here is fine. It's like she's gone above beyond the cater to the height differences and parking situations. Couldn't be that stay over that two meetings. So. As far as the just general concept goes, very similar to the last one. I can see this kind of improved over the original with the limited one parking for one hour flow. So I think this is a great second iteration. I'm happy with it. I made a motion to improve the concept. Things.
We have a motion to approve.
Anybody have anything?
Any comments, concerns? Got a second? We have a second, all in favor? Okay, motion moves. Item 2. Consider and discuss meeting date, time of future planning board meeting. So, enlighten us a little bit.
Well, what I've seen, what we've ran into is, whenever we have a planning board meeting, on, you can say on the Monday, the last Monday of the month, and then, or the first Monday of the month, the council's the next Monday of the month. It just gives us a couple of days to get everything prepared, for the council meeting. And I was just gonna check to see with the board if there was maybe a different time that we could meet, where we could have more time to prepare for council. Say bump it up a week, or, you know, check. If Mondays aren't good for everybody, maybe a Thursday, just wanted to shoot some ideas out there, and if this is the only day that we can meet, then it's the only day we can meet.
Yeah.
Well,
Monday's a good day.
regular meetings.
You know, I don't have any. I have a few hard commitments, anything, including both evening. But I have had a little bit of concern over the turnaround time. You get it from yes, go through. I don't want people waiting too long to get the council or too long to get us twice. I just want to keep that in mind. Wednesday's pretty much out here. I think most people, especially me. But wanted to look at maybe a third day, keep it a month or something, maybe 10 days instead of 7. I could do something like that. I think we probably need to do a check with everybody's preference on.
Y'all don't have an idea of what it would be best. Do you have any recommendations?
I do.
We did talk about being a little bit stricter with our. This came up one other time in a different time and place, but we did talk about, we removed that deadline to submit 2 weeks beforehand to try to give you guys time to get everything kind of prep us and rep council kind of as a assumption. I know we've been a little bit nice and lenient at times, let people close up in a little more last minute.
Right.
It gives you less time to get it to us, it gives us less time to get it to council finished up. So, you know, if you want to do a little more hard looking at that, be the bad guys there.
So that would put us more at the end of the month. So that
Potentially go into.
if you're on the council,
We can't be on the fourth Monday, because that's council special meeting. typically,
Right.
Jody said, so we wouldn't be able to just move back a week. We have to move to like, on a Thursday.
You'd have to move like Thursday that week.
Yeah, which would, instead of giving you something,
with days.
yeah,
Thursdays are not a good day.
they're not a good day for you, so Thursday would be out, what about Tuesdays, would be bad for you, or
Tuesdays are better than Thursdays for sure. Thursdays are out.
Thursdays are out?
So if we did it on Tuesday, we could, if we wanted to move it, Tuesday, last Tuesday of the month would be,
Is that something, did you have something Tuesdays? or-
The third Tuesday.
Third.
So the fourth Tuesday.
I hate to cancel any one person, I would probably check with Wendy.
Steve.
Steve, before we move anything, but maybe you could move it to the.
so Sarah, let's take a vote with a group on the last Tuesday of the month. And then while we're talking about it, is 5:30 the earliest we can meet, or can we meet, is that the earliest you can meet, 5:30?
I'm ready to 15 minutes. for you.
We'll say 5:30.
I could be much later, but we had to, think about 45. We're out of here a little bit than usual, but I don't want to be here till 5.
Yeah.
What's that day?
Yeah.
We can't get a
just
quorum
not-
together. We can't get a quorum together, we can just.
So let's do this, let's send something to the board members and say this is vote yea or nay.
Okay.
Either leaving it the same or moving to Tuesday, last Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
Yeah, and if for some reason we can't get a quorum on that Tuesday,
Fourth Tuesday.
if we can't get a quorum on that Tuesday, then that gives us another, we can maybe the
Yeah.
next Monday.
The Monday after, keep this as our backup date.
Right,
Yeah. That would give us a little bit of.
Yeah.
because there are gonna be times when people do apply for some and y'all do make some changes. And so we're trying to rush, you know, we need to rush, try to get everything, all the changes done prior to the council meeting.
Yeah.
And Mandy likes to have all this stuff ready by Wednesday. Of course, we don't get it to her until Friday. Friday evening.
I think we do a little bit more. exciting. Friday, yeah,
Mhm.
by Monday. and if you like to choose, yeah, we do like a day. They give you a 10 day instead of a
Right.
5 day turnaround.
And most things, you know, like variances and things like that, they're pretty much, they're pretty easy. But there are some times where it does take a little bit more time to prep the council meetings, so that would work out better.
I know we've had a couple of times where items come before us and it's like we haven't had a chance to talk with, you know, somebody or this or that because it came in kind of close to our deadline.
Mhm.
We let it push through a little bit ahead because we're trying to make it all squish in time for.
Right.
So it might be nice to kind of have that churn at pace where everything's kind of in the same, 10 day turnaround. You don't have to take last minute entries at Friday and give them Monday or something. All right.
Okay, let's do that, sir. Let's send it out to the board. And let's get a vote back.
What's
Set a
the,
date that's
what's the threshold for, yeah, you were saying that 2/3, 100%,
let's say 2/3.
2/3 vote?
And then let's see, what's a good date to have our vote back by?
We need to do it pretty quick.
Yeah,
Because
we
the July
got a
meeting,
meeting. We got a meeting coming up pretty soon.
we have to skip the end of June and then, well, how would that work? Would we need to do a special meeting in July? Would we need to keep our regular July meeting?
Would we miss it? Would we miss the 27th or would we have to meet on the 27th?
We either have to meet on the 27th or we have to meet on the regular July and then move to the end of July. That way we don't end up with an 8 week gap.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we should plan on meeting on the 27th.
Meet on the 27th?
Yeah, that's what I would plan. So
Well, if they get
we
it,
need to get a vote back by the 21st.
well, that wouldn't give us time to put anything into the agenda anyway. If
Would that give you time to get notice out?
If we had it on the 27th,
Yeah, we wouldn't have time to get anything for a new agenda. items, would we?
if we got a variance in, it would give us time to review a variance.
concerned about getting
Public notice, I would be able to, I have to do 72 hours. That's 1, 2, 3 out. So I'd have to have it
First would be the latest.
the absolute latest. Mhm.
All right, so let's shoot and have a vote back, your reply back to Sarah by the 21st.
Yeah.
And then if we vote by 2/3 or better,
Mhm.
then we'll move to the fourth Friday, not last. Fourth.
Fourth.
Tuesday.
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 Mhm.
We're not meeting on Friday night. I just resigned, right? That's the deal
I'm
breaker.
all confused.
I think Sarah's got us covered on that one. She'll send us out something, we'll either yes or no, and we'll move on from
And
there.
we should be able to reply back to that.
We'll either get together on the 27th, or we'll see each other.
And we have, that, which would be the 3rd.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Thursday, Monday, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's for, not for.
Sarah, just tell us when it's speed. I won't be here.
I'll gather the information and then send a confirmation to everybody.
Okay.
Any other items we need to cover tonight?
No, the last page, the last page there. Jody wanted me to hand those out to you. It's the next meeting of the Housing and Community Development.
Any y'all care to show up? I'm gonna actually have to miss that one. I already got plans. When is this? 20. Yeah, we had a meeting in May.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that we won for this meeting? We didn't have to do that. That was
Oh, that was the,
Yeah, this one was at the Bower. Mhm.
It was a very small turn. It's not the building almost talked about the last potentially and stuff for it. Running in September. Well, it was good. Good long day. It was a good day.
okay.
Well, nothing else. Yeah.
Look, good adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
From Debbie said hi.
You did? What do you say? Yeah.
Yeah, they mumbled it.
It's frozen. It's not letting me in the meeting.
Ooh, yeah.